Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we're reviewing the Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start. This is a 12-inch hybrid mattress made of memory foam, polyfoam, and pocketed coils. It has a classic hybrid design with a thin cover. The Cool Start is just one of 8 in Kingsdown Insignia line, and it is the cheapest option among them. Kingsdown describes the Insignia as luxury hybrids and designed for the perfect balance of comfort and support. At $12.50, I'm a bit skeptical of this description for the Cool Start, but I love to find quality, budget-friendly mattresses. To that end, let's jump into the review and see how the Cool Start performed. As we pull up the performance scorecard for the Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start, we can say it has a mixed showing, to say the least. On the high end, it scored a 9.0 out of 10 for cooling. Not too far behind was Edge Sport at an 8.4, with Sex and Press Relief both scoring an 8.0. From there, however, Motion Transfer scored a 6.4, Off-Gassing a 6.1, and Company a 7.2. The lowest scoring category belongs to Response Time with a score of 5.0. In the end, the Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start earned an overall performance score of 7.53. This is well below average and ranks it among the bottom 8% among all mattresses tested to date. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start is available in a single firmness, 6 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a medium firm feel. Next, we're going to talk through what the Insignia Cool Start does best. First, the mattress has undeniably great cooling. The relatively thin cover combined with limited foam layers and a tall coil unit makes for excellent breathability. Second, the Cool Start has good pressure relief, but there is plenty of room for improvement. The hybrid design and reasonably good foam quality make for a solid 8 out of 10 experience. Third, the mattress has a balanced feel coming from both moderate levels of sinkage and bounce. This mattress also has a more traditional coil type feel. That bit is neither good nor bad, but for those who prefer the feel of coils, it can be beneficial. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Insignia Cool Start. First, the mattress has much higher levels of motion transfer than the average we test. This makes it significantly more likely that you would disturb your partner with movements like getting out of bed during the night or changing positions. Second, the foams used in the mattress are extremely slow to respond. This can affect how easy it is to move around on the mattress and create a cratering sensation that many sleepers do not enjoy. Lastly, the off-gassing duration took 2 times longer than average. At 2 weeks, it can be a bit irritating to put up with while waiting for the smell to dissipate. Your body weight and sleeping position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start is good. During our test, I felt reasonably well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with a 9-inch support layer. This is 1.11 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.89 inches based on all our tests to date. In addition, the mattress has a medium firm feel, which will be appropriate to the needs of most body types and sleeping positions. The area I'm most concerned with is pressure relief. For a mattress to create sufficient support, it needs to keep the body in a neutral spinal alignment while also remaining comfortable. That being said, these recommendations don't come without caution. While I did find the mattress comfortable on day one, I'm also gravely concerned about the material quality. The comfort foams just don't blow me away, and I expect they are likely to become less comfortable and create more pressure points over time. When a mattress is no longer comfortable, it doesn't matter that the support layers are still robust. We need both comfort and support to keep the body resting at night. All that to say, this isn't a bad level of performance, especially at this price point. But it's clear that support performance isn't amazing either. Based on all my tests to date and analysis of the materials and my subjective experiences, I'm confident most sleepers will find support on the Kingsdown to be good, but not great. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. At Nap Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing it according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we lie on the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooling performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better, as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Kingsdown has excellent cooling. During our test, I did not feel any significant heat retention issues around my body. The mattress did a nice job at avoiding heat buildup. Looking at the materials, we have a hybrid with 3 inches of foam on top. While the topmost 1-inch memory foam is likely absorbing more heat, the 2-inch polyfoam in the core looks and feels reasonably breathable. In addition, the pocket coil unit is also bringing plenty of air into the mattress. Lastly, the thin, non-quilted cover is also highly breathable. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface level temperature of 90.7 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 0.9 degrees warmer than the average of 89.8 degrees based on all of our tests to date. After getting off the mattress, the temperature declined by 6.4 degrees from minute 0 to 1, which is 1.8 degrees cooler than the average 0 to 1 minute decline of 4.6 degrees. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is excellent. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preference factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has moderate sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.09 inches. This is 0.08 inches less sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.17 inches based on all our tests to date. The mattress creates a bit of an unusual feel. On the one hand, the topmost 1-inch memory foam layer creates a more dramatic hug. However, since it's only 1 inch, that hug is limited. The 2-inch polyfoam in the core balances out the overall feel. Even so, you will feel a more exacting hug around the precise shape of the body due to the memory foam top layer. Having the thin cover does allow for a more significant body engagement with the foam layers. While sinkage is moderate, lighter parts of the body aren't sinking in as deeply. With these combined factors, you end up with a more notable hug around heavier parts of the body and a more restrained and even feeling hug around lighter parts of the body. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has a high level of motion transfer. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 13.05 meters per second squared. This is 49% more motion transfer than the average of 8.75 meters per second squared. The Kingsdown has a bit of an unusual material configuration with a very traditional memory foam layer on top that's also very thin at just 1 inch. While this layer is likely helping to reduce bounce and motion, the polyfoam in the core and spring unit are both creating a high degree of motion. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.15 seconds. Motion drops notably thereafter, and by 0.65 seconds, we've returned to near zero levels of energy. While the motion intensity is considerably higher than average, I was pleased to see the motion duration kept to such a relatively low level. Even so, the motion intensity on this mattress is quite high, and it's more likely to disturb sleepers during the night. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A fast response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent any type of a stuck feeling. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has a very slow material response. In our motion recovery test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.4 seconds, which is 0.97 seconds slower than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 3.0 seconds, which is 2.02 seconds slower than the average of 0.98 seconds. The mattress uses a very traditional memory foam layer on top. That memory foam is quite slow to recover back to its original shape. Fortunately, it's also only 1 inch thick, so it's not as slow to recover as it otherwise would be if Kingsdown had made it 2 or 3 inches. While the polyfoam and spring unit deeper in the mattress rebound back to shape quickly, they cannot overcome the slower responsiveness of that topmost memory foam layer. Due to the slower material responsiveness, I found the Insignia Cool Start mattress more difficult to move around on and also to get out of bed. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has a moderate level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 8.07 inches. This is 1.19 inches less bounce than the average of 9.26 inches based on all of our tests to date. The lower bounce can be primarily attributed to the 1-inch memory foam layer on top. Memory foam, by its nature, absorbs and reduces bounce. The relatively lower bounce is a contributing factor that makes it more difficult to move around on the mattress and also negatively impacts sex performance. Typically, lower bounce also enables lower motion. However, that's not what we measured in our test. The reduced bounce simply wasn't sufficient to overcome the increased motion created by the polyfoam and metal spring layer. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sinkage while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has good sitting edge support and good lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sinkage compression of 4.00 inches. This is 0.03 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.03 inches based on all of our tests to date. Even when sitting directly on the edge of the mattress, it maintained good support and there was no collapse of materials. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was good in all sleeping positions. The memory foam feel does weaken the edge support slightly, but it's still quite robust, especially compared to many other hybrids that utilize memory foam. Notably, Kingsdown Insignia does not use any type of reinforced coils or support foam running along the perimeter of the mattress. That's not unsurprising for a mattress at this price point. Even so, it is the most likely reason that edge support only earned good but not great scores in our tests. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher bounce and more supportive edges are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has good sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal, cooling is excellent, and both pressure relief and edge support are good. Edge support measured at just 4 inches of sitting edge sinkage. That creates a sufficiently strong enough edge to extend the sexable surface of your dance without pants. On the negative side of things, we have bounce, which measured 8.07 inches. This is considerably lower than the average and the single biggest factor holding sex performance down. Bounce is critical for amorous activities, and more bounce is almost always better than less. When we look at the combined picture of factors, we see that sex still earns a good score, but only just. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant pressure points on my body. Even so, it's clear that pressure relief doesn't rise to the excellent or outstanding level that we've tested on other models. The mattress is equipped with 3 inches of comfort material, which is 1.15 inches less comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.15 inches based on all of our tests to date. The comfort layer is split into 1-inch memory foam and 2-inch polyfoam. The memory foam looks to be reasonably good quality, however, it's also very traditional in its feel, meaning it has a slow response, low bounce, a dramatic hug, and creates ease of movement issues. The 2-inch polyfoam in the core looks and feels notably lower quality. While the mattress is generally comfortable on day one, I am worried the 2-inch polyfoam in the core simply is not going to last very long, which may result in the mattress losing comfort and pressure relief relatively quickly. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with less strong odor and/or an odor dissipates more quickly are better. The Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start had a strong smell upon initial arrival. The mattress smelled for 14 days. This is 7.5 days longer than the average smell duration of 6.5 days. I was really surprised at the duration of the smell. Typically, mattresses that aren't compressed in a box don't smell for very long. However, that's not what we experience with this mattress. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Facts include length of trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Kingsdown mattresses come with a 100-night trial period and a 10-year warranty. Shipping is free, but if you end up needing to return the mattress, the return will cost you $150. Most of these company terms are pretty weak. The trial is 79 nights shorter than the average, and the warranty is shorter than average as well. Among 96 brands we've tested to date, 75% of them provide an average of a 13-year warranty, and the other 25% offer lifetime warranties. That said, the weakest company policy is the return fee. $150 is the second highest return fee we've seen behind Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster at their $175 return fee. So, should you buy the Kingsdown Insignia Cool Start? This is a definite no from me. The Cool Start does not achieve the luxury hybrid level claimed by Kingsdown on their product page, at least in my opinion. Maybe the rest of the Insignia line, which averages $1,600, is able to hit that mark, but the Cool Start just didn't clear that threshold for me. It lacks in both quantity and quality of comfort material, not to mention its longer than average off-casting period. On the plus side, it did have excellent cooling and good pressure relief. However, these do not make up for its other shortcomings, namely slower material response and high motion transfer. Overall, this mattress just leaves much to be desired, and I think there are numerous better options on the market at this price point. Well guys, that's it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Kingsdown, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.